Hey guys, and welcome. I'm the Seven Swords, and we are back in Skyrim. I really wanted to continue this because I'm really enjoying doing Skyrim, so we're gonna get it. In the last episode, Lizzie found this dead treasure hunter, and he had a note on him about an iron sword of souls hidden in Bleak Falls Barrow. Now, she doesn't know where Bleak Falls Barrow is because obviously she's not been to Skyrim before, but she does know of a town of Riverwood, and she kind of senses that that's where she should go. Um, there's going to be a lot of she gets this kind of feeling of where to go. I've always imagined that she follows it because she thinks it's either her father or the Nine guiding her. Um, but she does have the quest that she's currently on, which is going to be going and getting this um, tower taken care of and getting the sword. Um, I tried recording this earlier and had some problems. My computer's been having issues with its external hard drive. I have a way of dealing with it right now, but it takes time. Um, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen further down the road because of that. But I do know that I've done this tower a couple of times and it's not gone well um, either of the times. Mostly because of the fact that it's been um, difficult to defeat the bandits up here. I'm going to go ahead and favorite these, and we're going to go ahead and use this to take out these wolves. I do kind of see it as kind of cheating that I can just pause the game and work on things without the enemy being able to do things. And I can agree that's cheesy. I do not mind. I can always, if if I had to say how she did that, she probably dropped her sword. She probably dropped the bow and instantly pulled out the sword in flames. Um, but yeah, I do kind of see it as cheesy, but I also don't plan on stopping it because it's just how I play Skyrim. There are things that I do feel like I do that are. Oh, where did you come from, zombie? I actually had no idea. I actually was not expecting that. Um, More flesh. No, no. Not to this point yet. I don't even know what more flesh does in out of character, and I don't think Sarah's got the stomach to start pulling flesh off of zombies of humans to use for um, alchemical research. Um, Although she's guessing he came down from up here, so she's probably gonna go check and see if there's any more. Not because of the fact that she particularly wants to fight them, but she does have a particular feeling for the undead and wishing to put them to rest. I mentioned that she wasn't stealing from the crypts, and I did realize that I said that and then proceeded to steal 2 money bags and the unusual gem. Um, I force a habit. Um, no, we're not going to take the arrows. I think the arrows are just about as strong as conjure undying ghost. interesting. Where did that necromancer go? Oh. Guess I got my answer. No. Well, I would normally take this and wear this, but I don't think that she's willing to wear such dark attire. I mentioned in the last episode that her father was a necromancer. She has nothing against necromancers. In the D&D campaign that this character originally appeared in, she actually was a necromancer. She was trained by her father in using necromancer abilities and other abilities that were more specific to him and her and their particular, I want to call it a bloodline, but some of you may have put together the fact that if he was a lich, was he a lich when she was born? Was she a lich before she was born? And if so, are liches even able to have children? And, well, liches shouldn't be able to have children, and yes, he was a lich before she was born. He was a lich before getting married to his wife. I still don't remember the name. I meant to look it up before playing. I do have it recorded down in a chat that me and my friend were using for when we were talking about this, and I have brought him up several times in our D&D campaigns. He's a reoccurring character, as he's a relatively important character, and Saro is a relatively important character. But I didn't look it up, and I'm at this point not thinking I should, just because I don't feel like I should cover too much of his history right now. Again, I don't want to just lore dump it. Oh, good, chilly. Help me warm up. I don't think it will. And I'm not going to sit here and waste my magicka trying. I do plan on going to Winterhold and doing the College of Winterhold questline. She doesn't want to go to Winterhold because it's cold up there, and she doesn't want to deal with the cold. But she's gonna. She's basically. We're not going to do it today, and we're not going to do it soon. But she is going to do it, and it's basically going to be that she's going to be pushed into that direction thanks to a couple of things that I plan on having happen in the next couple of bits and bobs. Oh, we should stop gathering ingredients and stuff like that until after I've dealt with the bandits, which, out of character, I know there's supposed to be bandits here, and this isn't the first time that this has happened where they don't show up automatically, but she's also under the impression that this cooking pot is probably belongs to someone. She's waiting to see if anybody shows up for seconds, and then she'll go ahead and head inside. She knows that this has the tower, and she knows that this is where the sword is. Oh, I've been detected.
You won't live to see tomorrow.
I'm going to go ahead and back up. I know that I know that this is going to be a rough fight, and I'm not willing to fight in close quarters. Her specialty is magic. She is going to be utilizing magic.
I can take it.
I like how she was walking backwards. Done. She's not going to rush this. She's taking her time. Being stealthy. She is being smart. She's being shot at by she's being shot at by multiple arrows. I didn't even see that guy across the gorge. Ow. Okay. Nope. Don't stand there. Being shot at from all I want to switch over to my bow and shoot back, but I'm afraid that once I do, that one of these other ones is going to come running. Here one comes. That's the chief? Okay. She would have waited her turn. Oh, I don't have any magic regen potions. Get behind this rock. She's probably trying to get into a defensive place. I'm sorry if I have a habit of doing that whenever. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the vampire stuff. Let's go ahead and make that less of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I wanted the healing spell. Probably fell back to treat wounds. And pull the bow out. Pot shots at them with the bow. Enough pot shots at her for her not to feel bad about this. That was a miss. That was a miss. Alright, let's get closer. I don't have the arrows to be taking blind shots like crazy. I almost looted bodies, and I need to learn to not do that until the area is dealt with. There we go. She will use the bow less and less as she gets more skilled in magic. We're gonna go ahead and switch back over to our board, and actually use one of the spells that she hasn't used yet. I also just remembered about that ghost that I got. Should probably check that book out. And there goes the wolf across the bridge to deal with those. That would be fine. She'll go deal with this archer.
Like the bite of a flea.
How about that? Is that the bite of a flea? She's starting to realize how late at night it is. Almost 9 o'clock, and she's still fighting. She might sleep here, depending on if she can get this place cleared out before too long. There's another one. I don't know how I'm being this poor at shooting right now. There we go. She's under the impression she's relatively safe, so she's going to start looking through these people and seeing if she can get some more arrows. Quite a few on these pot shots that I was definitely not able to make. Also got to check them to make sure they don't have the sword. Except that pickaxe, and I didn't actually mean to do that, but I think she'll grab it. She hasn't done any mining up to this point, and she's not really that big of a miner herself. But I think at this point she's realizing that she might want to, that it might not be a bad idea to pick up. possibility of using in the future. That cheese seems like it's probably got some good to it. She has no qualms with taking from bandits. They probably stole all these goods anyways. An adventurer's backpack. I love it how that happens in Skyrim sometimes, where like you'll decide to buy something because you want something, and then like less than like 20 minutes later you'll find the exact item you bought a few moments later, and it's like you could have just saved the money. It happened a lot when I first played Skyrim. It happens a lot in a lot of my playthroughs. Well, I'll buy something thinking that I want that type of thing for my playthrough. Ooh, that was really good. I got a bunch of lockpicks and some gold. Pest. Lots of. She again is trying to keep herself, trying to get herself built up for this. She's probably not going to go down, and she's probably going to sleep in this bed. She's probably exhausted at this point. She probably wants to take time to heal and rest and stuff. I know that technically our health is full, but I imagine that it's just like her combat health, her actual health. She probably needs time to recuperate. There's the sword he was talking about. Grab that while she's here. Magic. A Staff of Courage. Not really that great, but she'll take it. Probably won't use it because it's not really a spell. It's not really a staff that she can find useful for fighting and stuff, but it is something that she can. It is a staff. Then she can also sell it if she wants. If she can't use it. But I think she'll go ahead and rest here for the night. Probably picks up this book off the ground and flips through it while she tries to rest. She's also going to go ahead and eat, and while she eats, she's going to study that, study the book we found. Do you have anything to drink? I don't think that we do, because I didn't really grab some ale. We'll drink some. She'll also go ahead and read through this Undying Ghost. Consumes all magicka and summons an Undying Ghost for 60 seconds. The ghost's attributes are equal to twice the amount of magicka consumed, up to 600. That's an interesting spell. I think I have a mod installed that affects the spell tomes. I don't know if it's working though, so I don't know. But I will see you guys when we wake up in the morning. Hey guys, and welcome back. We just finished sleeping, and now we get to level up for the first time. I'm thinking magicka. Oh, we leveled up again. I'm thinking magicka again. As far as our points, I'm going to put one into alchemy. The one that I'm trying to get to is experimenter, where I get all of the effects. If I eat an ingredient, it makes it a lot more useful. And probably a little early, but I'm going to take mastery, alchemy mastery. Probably would have benefited more from taking a either destruction or maybe even restoration or some other spell, but I'm actually going to stick with alchemy. I want to do a bit more alchemy with this character, so I'm hoping that she gets more into alchemy. But probably didn't rest very well. She's probably groggy from sleeping here, just because of the fact that I can't imagine sleeping here to be very comfortable. Not that the bed didn't look comfortable, more of the fact that this was a place that that bandits were at. She didn't know if bandits would return. She didn't know if if more bandits would eventually return, if they were out like scouting or something. She didn't know if other bandits would show up eventually to try and take this place now that she's cleared it out. Didn't notice this chest. I also noticed that it's trapped. but I'm pretty sure that she probably is smart enough to tell what this trap does. So she'll try and probably use her sword to poke it open, get it to fall. I'm just gonna loot this now. I would normally not loot it, and then I would have it fall and then loot it, but I didn't want to wait for that loading screen twice, or for that inventory screen twice. Let's also check out this bandit. I think this is the bandit chief. Nope, it's just a bandit. Just iron armor. Is this the chief? This is the chief. If I had this one of the mods installed that I like, she might have a cape, but all she has for now is gold. And that's it. I think good on that one. Let's check this last one. And then that will be it for this. She probably wants to get the sword back to, what's his name? That's my destination next. I will be heading back to Riverwood to return the sword to, the Red Guard who asked for it. I'm not great with names, and I can't remember his name, even though I do his quest a lot. It's one of my, I always like doing this quest to start off. I will bring you guys back when we get back to Whiterun. So, see you guys then. Just brought you guys back because it seems that we've met a traveler. Hello?
Maik wishes you well.
I wish you well as well. Well, good sir.
Maik carries 2 weapons to be safe. What if one breaks? That would be most unlucky.
That's a good point. Having a second bow might be useful.
Maik hears many stories of war, yet few of them are true.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is a war going on, so...
Maik is
but
tired now. Go bother somebody else.
Well, that's rude. I was just about to leave. What a strange character. Out of character, I don't know how I feel about Maik. He seems like an odd character to have. I get he's like a little like joke character for Skyrim, but I've never really understood him very much, just because the fact that he seems he just seems more odd than I would give him credit for. I get the fact that that might be his character, but I'm just confused by it. But, continuing on to Whiterun, unless something else distracts me. Finally back. Let's see. Up here?
I ain't done nothing.
I didn't think you had. I think he said this is his house. Locked. It's around. Maybe I can get in through another. Maybe that's the back. That's the only door in the house.
Take pity, lady, and spare me a few septums.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Sir?
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Well, that's nice to hear. I found your sword. I was able to get it from the bandits.
You found it! I've been looking for that blade for months! You took on all those bandits yourself? Thank you.
Yeah.
Here, my father had a favorite sword and shield technique. Let me teach it to you, in honor of his memory.
Oh, sure. Thanks. I appreciate it.
God smile on them who show charity. Best you remember that.
I've got a hungry daughter to feed, so selling my produce is really the only thing I care about.
Of course. I guess that makes sense. Alright. That Sword of Souls. I can swear that... hey,
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
I was actually wondering, do you know anything about a Bleak Falls Barrow? And with that, Sarah talks to Adrian here, and she informs her that
I
Bleak
don't claim
Falls
to be the
Barrow
best explorer,
is
but
somewhere in the
Norland's
mountains over
Raven's got that one. Man's
direction
spear
of
is
Riverwood. Entirely sure how to get there, and she thinks that she knows, though, that she's heard rumors of something that happened in the store there,
There's a
and
nip
that
in
she
the
should
air.
look there
Cold won't be
because
good for my crops.
thinks it has something to do with that. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to head to Riverwood. I'm not going to cut out the entire walk to Riverwood because we haven't covered most of that path, but I will take us to where we can get to Honeybrewed Meadery, which is down that way near the bridge that we were walking over when we were coming back. Looks like the Khajiits are about to take the carriage and head out. I think their pathfinding is actually just broken, but we'll pretend that it's that. But I'll see you guys when we get to the end of this road, since, well, we don't need to, I don't need to waffle your ear off until we get there. So, see you at the end of this road. Alright, I think she said it was up this way. This was the way to Riverwood. And that somebody in Riverwood would know where Bleak Falls Barrow is. Alright, this should be simple enough. And with his guard. Go ahead. Don't attract attention. Flowers. More flowers. Most likely I'll stop off in Riverwood and try and see if I can find a place to maybe do some alchemy, maybe shopping. She said that the place I'm looking for that might have some information about wherever this Bleak Falls Barrow is might be is a general store, so maybe I'll do some shopping there. Ooh, maybe they'll have some spell books. They need to learn more magic, and I should really travel to that college, but I don't want to go back north. It's cold, and no, please, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to not be alive anymore. Come on. Yeah, that's one. And that's two. Never really much meat on these things. It's a good thing I only used them for their pelts. Speaking of which. Hell, I know I don't feel as bad about killing you two. Or rabbit. Well, no big deal, I guess. That is such as life. My father used to tell me about it all the time. I'm not a big fan of watching poor defenseless critters die, but I guess it is just life. He always said that everything had its time. Everything. Oh, this must be Riverwood. Let's see. Riverwood. Yep. This is it. Interesting. Alright. So, she said it was the general store. I should be able to find the general store easily, as I'm guessing they're going to have a sign and probably collect quite a bit of attention. What's this? Sleeping Giant Inn. I don't think it's the inn she mentioned.
Care to have a drink with me, sweet Sigrid?
Drunk again, Henry?
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me.
Stick your
She's
head in
already
Oh, here we
mine,
go.
I keep telling him.
Riverwood Trader. Oh, I'm guessing that this is probably it.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh,
Um,
a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
no, I'm sorry if I walked.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
I appreciate that. Actually, I heard about your problems. What exactly happened? Did you guys lose something?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Oh, I could always help getting the claw back. Do you have any idea where they went?
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
Yeah, sure.
So this is your
Northwest.
plan, Lucan?
Okay.
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no,
that would-
By the 8, fine. But only to the edge of
9.
town.
No, sure.
Show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius.
Right. Do you have any spell books by chance?
I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold.
Yeah, I'm realizing I probably need to go there. Let's see. Errol. Illusion, conjuration, an illusion might be useful. Powerful. Yeah. Buy some potions, but they're expensive, and I really don't have the money for it right now. Salt. I don't really need salt right now. Let's see. Clairvoyance, Frostbite, Fury, Ward, Oak Flesh, and Raise Zombie. I don't really find... these will be useful. You know what? Get Raise Zombie. For you, Dad. Yeah, I can offer for... I can get some money. Here's this is a pretty crappy dagger, but here. And oh, did I put this in my backpack? No wonder I felt like I was being weighed down. You can also have that, and you'll give me 127 for this staff? Really? It's okay. Sure. About belts. Okay. And then let me look at your spells again. This one would be good. I want this one, but it's too expensive. Anything else I can sell? Sell this resist magic potion. Never going to remember to use it. Okay. And now I can buy the clairvoyant spell. Thanks. So how does it? I guess asking you how it works doesn't really work, huh? I better go catch up to your sister.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Okay.
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Oh wow,
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Papa
Probably
isn't too friendly with strangers.
the dead.
But you seem alright.
I try to be alright. Thanks.
Stupid dog.
I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Well, I probably got lucky, I guess. Maybe a gambling game? That's what. Your brother did say the edge of town.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Right. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna go to the inn real quick. Your brother mentioned the fact that they have an alchemy table, and I need to prep some potions before I go. I appreciate the help. Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's go do some potion making. Alright. My potions, I've packed my bags, I've had some lunch, and I'm ready to go up this mountain and deal with these thieves. I might be a little over my head. I guess it's a good thing I read those spell books. I haven't really gotten used to them yet, but as my dad once said, best practice is actual combat. And I definitely could do with some more practice. There are so many wolves in this country, in this Providence, I swear. I don't really like dogs, but these wolves are just plain mean. Alright, let's see. Bit of a meandering path, but I hope this is the right path. She said that it was up this way, and I saw it up in the mountains. This should lead me up there, I would think. Let's see. I'm already getting colder up here. I can't imagine climbing like well up there. It's only gonna get colder. I better keep moving. I'm gonna end up freezing. I've got that armor. I've got that fur armor on me still, but I really don't want to lose my magical. This is. Oh, no, please. Not more bandits. That's not the. No, that's not a barrow. No, that's just a tower. Silly. Okay, no. I need to get by. I'm just gonna walk around this way. I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna fight. No, please no. I don't wanna fight you. I'm just going up to this mountain. Okay. Just let me pass. Alright. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is definitely a barrow. This is definitely, I would definitely call this a barrow. Oh, I can almost feel the energy off of it. Oh. Really? You know, it's really rude to shoot people with arrows, and it's also really rude to run at them with warhammers. Okay. We're gonna do this. That's fine.
You start running.
How about I start lighting you on fire? Oh. Okay. Nope. It's so cold. I'm not in the mood for this. Just stop shooting me with arrows. Knock it off. Here, I'll warm you up because it's really cold up here and you're definitely not wearing what I would expect people to wear in this frozen landscape. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. Just stop it. Listen, I want to go into the barrow. Leave me alone.
Ha! Found you.
I found you. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this is what you get for bringing a dagger to a knife fight, to a sword fight. It's technically you brought a bow. That's everybody. It's freezing up here. Alright, let's see. What do you got on? A bit of gold and some arrows. Only take those. Alright. Let's loot the rest of these guys before we head to the barrow. Alright, that's all of the bandits out here. There's probably more inside. But at least I dealt with the ones that are out here, and it's warmer inside the barrow. Probably not, but maybe if I find a place to hide, I can quickly put on that fur armor so I'm a little bit warmer. But, alright, let's get started. This is a pretty impressive door, but alright. We gotta find that claw and that sword. And whatever this barrow has for us. Go. But that'll be in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the character, me being in character for that last part. I plan on doing bits and pieces of that more often. I gotta make this quick because she is slowly getting more and more cold as I watch that bar at the bottom slowly descend. In the next episode, we'll be exploring the barrow and fighting the sword and the golden claw. If you guys have liked this video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button so you'll get caught up on my content. Thanks for watching, and in the next episode, we'll see what Sarah finds inside of this barrow.